being able to tell you, oh, look, here's Mass today, here's, be sure you pray before you go to bed, come to religious ed. You have to make the decision yourself. And for me, that was really, really scary, because I was one of those people who just went to Mass because God wanted it and because my parents wanted it. And I thought that I was dutiful. I did everything I was supposed to do because I was supposed to do it. Sometimes I even enjoyed being Catholic, but most days I didn't care. My heart was a lot like the apostles at Pentecost, locked in a room. But instead of being afraid of angry crowds, I was afraid of God. And I thought it was a comfortable, easy feeling. I thought I was close enough to God that it really didn't matter, and I had no intent that I could get any closer. But then I moved out here, and I learned that I could be confirmed a year earlier than I could at my old parish. And so I signed up for SNL. I signed up for confirmation classes, and here I was. And that's when things began to change, really, really quickly. First, I met some amazing people who were just on fire with the love of God. They were so passionate about God, about His church, about being His disciples. And I realized that my apathy was wrong. To borrow someone else's words, the faith is an ocean, and I was just floating on the top. I didn't realize that how deep and how beautiful and how vast it was. And so I began to want to know more about God. And so I paid more attention at religious ed, and I realized just how intense God's love for us is. That it was so great and so vast and so awesome and terrifying that it was like an inferno. And I was standing at the center in His heart. And I found myself praying more often, trying to read the Bible every night. I learned new prayers, and I prayed them with more meaning and more piety than I really knew that I had inside of me. And in the past, I had worried about what other people thought when I was Catholic, when I said I'm Catholic, or when I acted Catholic. But I stopped worrying. I learned that I had the courage to do things that, like wear religious jewelry, or to stand up for what's right. And I started to understand better what actually was right. And God gave me wisdom to see that all of this was good. And so, in the months leading up to my confirmation, the gifts of the Holy Spirit started stacking up, and I started growing in them. And my confirmation came sooner than I expected. And Bishop began the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit came like a flame, and the gifts that God had given me in these months were like fuel for that flame. And pretty soon, I found out that I wasn't going to Mass because I had to. I was going to Mass because I honestly wanted to spend time with Jesus. I wasn't just being Catholic because I was Catholic. I was being Catholic because nothing in creation could change that. And so, after confirmation, I didn't convert 1,000 people like the apostles did. But God converted me in a way. And so, with the fire of the Holy Spirit, I hope to inspire the minds and ignite the hearts of others to be disciples of Christ. And yes, I did steal that last bit from the CIA mission statement.